guys, and welcome back to my channel today. I am going to do a very laid back video, just kind of catch up on life, what's been going on, fill you guys in since I haven't been uploading or doing all that much lately. I really have no plan for today's makeup look. I have got a pile of new makeup that I haven't touched for weeks, and actually some of it is even from Christmas and Boxing Day sales and things that have accumulated, like BoxyCharm boxes and whatever, over the past couple of months that I just have not touched, that I just want to get into and play. So that is what we're gonna do today. Just play and see where it takes me. I'm just gonna wing it, and you guys can come along for the ride and see what happens. So if you want to see what happens and what I come up with in this like playtime video, then keep on watching. I've got a giant cup of coffee, like a giant cup worthy of a god. Yes, if you guys know me at all, you know my obsession with Thor / Chris Hemsworth, and yeah. So I've got a giant cup of coffee, I've got a pile of makeup, and I'm just gonna go through and try some shit. But probably the one thing that has been grating at me for at least a month, if not longer, I finally have in my possession, I've got the Jaclyn Hill palette, finally. Oh my god, I have been after this for so long, and it is finally mine, and it's just been sitting here like crying at me and screaming at me, going like, Bree, why won't you play with me? And I just have not had the time or the, like, ugh, look at her. She knows her stuff, and she is gorgeous, and I still see everything about this palette all over social media, and everybody compares it to everything, and this is like the go-to palette for so many people, and I've wanted it for so long. And like, it's still in this bubble wrapping and everything, like I haven't touched it. This is the new packaging that she released for the Ulta release. So this is the Ulta one. So it has the shadows and the names on the back, which is super handy and spiffy in comparison to the original release where you just got that sheet. It was like this, but it was just a loose sheet of like cardstock with this information. And actually I heard that some palettes got shipped without that, so they didn't even have that. So I don't know, I can't say I didn't have the original packaging, but it still has the thing about to the subscribers, and it's just everything that like my dream eyeshadow palette is made out of. Like really, I wouldn't honestly need any other palette than this. It's got all of your neutrals, your mattes, your shimmers, your warm tones, your cool tones, your pops of colors, your like highlighty shades, like every spectrum of the rainbow basically is represented in every finish. So hats off to her for creating this. This is incredible, and I can't wait to get in it. I haven't done anything with my face yet, so maybe let's chill on that for a second. And this, my lovely friend Katie, she's a local girl to me. We met through Instagram and found out that we were in the same city, and we both love makeup. We were talking about doing a joint Ulta order because Ulta now ships to Canada, although with the exchange rate and the extra shipping costs and all of that, it doesn't make sense to order if you're in Canada from Ulta unless you are going to do the $100 plus order, retail order, because then you get free shipping. I didn't want to do $100 myself, especially around Christmas, because you know, Christmas is expensive as it is. So we were talking about doing a joint order, and then Christmas happened and other stuff happened, and we just didn't really discuss any further. And then her and I met for coffee, and she just handed this to me. like the sneaky little son of a gun, just went ahead and ordered it for me. And she was like, here you go. She didn't want any money back or anything. Like, she's such a doll. I will put her Instagram handle here. Put it in the description box below so that you guys can go and follow her. She's amazingly talented and so much fun and so much personality and an absolute doll. And she made my eyeshadow palette dreams come true just out of the kindness of her heart. So thank you so much, Katie. Mwah. And can't wait to play with this and see what I come up with. I'm going to try out a new primer. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. This was in one of my BoxyCharm boxes recently, and I haven't tried this yet, and I'm super excited to, because Dr. Brandt is a fantastic brand, and I have a couple of their scrubs. I hear a lot about this like pores no more kind of thing, and we all know that I like a little bit of highlight as well, so a luminizer primer, although you can see I don't really need any more luminosity. This is just washed and moisturized, so this is my natural luminosity. Ooh, it's like, I don't know why I was expecting clear. I don't know. Anyways, we are going to just pop this on and see how she goes. I'm excited to see what it does for my pores. I got hair everywhere, like crazy hair. I just washed it and styled it today, so the waves are really fresh. They haven't really relaxed, so they're just kind of large and in charge and just everywhere. Oh, yeah, got some in the hair. That was bound to happen. This feels really nice. It feels almost like a moisturizer, actually. It doesn't feel super silicone-y and slippery, but it feels really nice and smooth. It doesn't really have a smell. It's not glittery. It's not even, if it didn't say it was an illuminating luminizer primer, I wouldn't guess that it was, because it's like ever so slightly tacky, but kind of that tacky like you feel after you've put moisturizer on fresh on your face. Yeah, you got it in my nails. So not like super sticky or anything like that, but it's not super glittery or shimmery or anything like that. So far, I like it. I'm gonna do my usual trick of no foundation. I don't have anywhere to be or anything today, so I don't need any like super full coverage. My skin is its usual. It's not, I don't have really any breakouts or anything, so I'm just gonna kind of do my concealer thing. This is my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is in 15 Fair. I just realized I forgot to dampen a sponge. Blech. We have a sponge. This is just my, I think it's Lori. It's from Dollarama. I did a video on them. It's a Dollarama haul. I will cards, you know, do that whole thing so that you guys can check it, and I will link it in the description box below. I went and got a pink one. The original one, it's dirty, sorry. The original one I got was this like lovely like chartreusey green color, and I use it so much. It's my go-to sponge, so I went and got a second one, and I got a pink one because I just use it all the time. So I like having more than one in case one gets like super dirty or something before I get a chance to clean it. This is my Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I love this stuff for under my eyes and my T-zone. So I just take it on my sponge and press it under my eyes And then take the excess on top of my eyelid. I don't bake with it per se. I just kind of press it in, and it keeps me nice and matte and keeps things set. Usually just do this where I've put the concealer, and then I go through with another powder on the rest of my face. So anyways, life updates. Christmas happened. And New Year happened, and kids went back to school, and we've had some super crazy weather. Oh my gosh. It's gone, like we've had like literally 30-degree temperature swings. In a matter of days, we would go from like -20 to -30 depending on the wind chill. And then we would have that for like a week or so. And then in a few days, all of a sudden we were at like 0 +5. So everything would get all like slushy and stuff. And then we would go back into the tank and it would freeze. We would have freezing rain when it was warm, and then things would get slick and slippery, and just, it's been insane. And it's been like that all winter here, basically from November till now. So yeah, weather has been absolutely nuts and just up and down and all over the place. We even had some like near -40 with the wind chill, because we've had wind. It has been ridiculous. Just gonna powder the rest of my face with my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in Translucent. And again, I'm just gonna use my damp sponge to press it into the rest of my face. So yeah, weather was nuts, which has been just ridiculous for my skin. My skin doesn't know what's up. Christmas was good. Kids got ridiculously spoiled, as we always do. I mean, Christmas, really, it's for the kids, is it not? Hubby and I didn't do too much for each other. We pretty much just do stockings for each other, although he did go beyond the stocking this year. He got me a brand new Fossil purse, which I had seen back in the summertime, I think, in the window when we were in the mall one day, and I happened to say I liked it, so he hunted it down and got that for me for Christmas. So he kind of spoiled me in that aspect. And then just some other stocking stuffer things. There was a lot of Lego for Christmas. A lot. And after Christmas, the kids got nothing but Lego, like Lego sets. And after Christmas, I got myself, or well, we bought me. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't have my own money, aside from what the government pays me, which is nothing, really. I got the Lego Disney Castle. So, haven't built any of it, but the kids have built all their Christmas Lego. Actually, I should say, our oldest built all of his Christmas Lego. Still working on the youngest one's Christmas Lego, because he got a lot of rather large sets, and he's still a bit young to build it by himself. So, mommy and daddy help, mostly mommy. Mommy enjoys building Lego, like the bigger, more complicated, like expert sets, 14 plus, 16 plus, like age-wise and expert. I really like those. Hubby and I also, as a hobby, love building Lego. It's not just, woo! My one complaint about this thing is the packaging. There is nothing to keep the powder kind of in and from doing exactly what just happened. The poof, I don't know if you saw it, but kind of went everywhere. So yes, hubby and I quite enjoy Lego ourselves, so we do that. We were building Lego pretty much all Christmas break. and I was trying to finish up one of my modules for my nail tech course. I'm almost done that. In fact, by the time I edit and upload this, I might actually be a full-fledged, fully qualified nail technician. So looking forward to that. Right now as I'm filming, I have a few more manicures and pedicures to do for assignments and a final exam, and that is it. So looking forward to having that done and moving on with that portion and getting a clientele and having some fun with nails and all of that, and using my products again. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to having some fun with that and using my products on people and sharing what I do with them. Sadly, I'm gonna try and do this without getting emotional, and I will explain while I bronze. Butter bronzer, ride or die. This is actually the bronzer shade. I don't know if you can see that. Usually I use the light, but when I went to go fill my empty or replace my empty, they didn't have the light in stock and it didn't look too different, like too much darker. Oh, I just will never get over that. And I didn't feel like going all over the place trying to find the light shade in stock at whichever shoppers. So I just grabbed this one and it's doing the job. It's not that bad. I just have to do a little bit of a lighter hand with it. End of January, I lost my grandmother. It was very sudden and unexpected. She thought she had the flu for a few days and was really, really sick, and then started passing out. And so my grandfather called an ambulance and they took her to the hospital. She was in the hospital for 11 or 12 days and obviously didn't come out. Sorry. I thought I was over this emotion of it. What had happened, actually, she previously had bladder cancer. And from that, obviously, her bladder was affected, the integrity of it and the health of it. She went through chemo and radiation. This was 2 or 3 years ago. And she was fine. And so skip forward a couple of years and all of a sudden, yeah, she thinks she has the flu. It turns out they got her into the hospital and turns out her bladder had a hole and it was leaking into her body and into her system, and she basically went septic. All the toxins just filled her body. They had her on antibiotics in the hospital. They had drains in her kidneys to try and divert the urine that the kidneys produce, because obviously they didn't want the urine going into the bladder because the bladder had a hole and it wasn't going to stay in the bladder. She had a breathing tube because they did have to resuscitate her at first when they first went in. And yeah, so we thought she was going to come out because she's the strongest woman I've ever known in my life. She battled cancer like a champ, and she didn't lose any hair. She didn't get super sick, but she still had the best outlook on life. And then it was like nothing happened. So yeah, we were like, if anybody can get through this, it's her. And we thought for sure she was gonna come out, and turns out the infection just kind of was too far gone. There was too much, and it completely took over, and the antibiotics weren't helping, and the drains in the kidneys weren't, not that they weren't helping, but there was just too much in her system already, and it did her in. So unfortunately, we lost her at the end of January, and that is why I took a step back from everything, and just focused on school and my family, and I just went quiet, because I haven't lost anybody. I've been lucky enough in my life to not have to go to very many funerals. I still have all of my family. I have both sets of my grandparents up until recently. And so I haven't lost anybody before, so I'm not really sure how to, I guess, deal with that loss and how to grieve that, because I've never had to before. This is still just my butter bronzer. I wasn't really sure how to process that, and so for my first loss and death of a loved one and family member, for it to have to be her, she was the grandparent that I was closest to. I was her only granddaughter. She only had 3 grandkids, and 2 great grandkids, which are mine, both boys. Obviously her other 2 grandchildren, boys, and she only ever had boys, my dad and my uncle. So my entire life we had something special, and something that I will cherish for as long as I live and as long as I can remember. But she was like a second mother to me, and the most amazing person in the entire world. So for her to be the person I lost first really, really sucked. And that's putting it mildly. That is censoring what I actually feel and how angry, upset, and just horrified of the whole thing that I am. So yeah, that's kind of why I just disappeared. That is not what this video is about, but that is the main event, I guess, over the last little while that has kind of put a halt to my social media and my beauty blogging and trying of new makeup and whatever. Hence why I've got a pile of boxes and stuff that have accumulated that I haven't tried or tested or played with or anything, because I just didn't want to. I didn't feel it. I had no desire. I spent so many days just crying. Makeup would have been useless because just would have ran down my face. So yeah, there's that, and that's out there now. So I don't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't actually think I would get that emotional over it, but apparently I did. Let's do some brows. I'm gonna go with my good old Essence Duo. I was gonna try something different, but actually, no. We're doing a video of playing with new makeup. Let's play with new makeup. This was also in a recent BoxyCharm. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power. It is a universal shade, universal taupe. That's the spoolie end. Here's the pencil end. I've used this once and only once, and I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet. So let's try it again and see if I can form a opinion about it. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like a thicker kind of ovally end to it. So it's thin that way, but then thicker this way, and it's kind of like an oval shape. When I tried it the first time, you have to be mindful of which way you're holding the pencil, right? So that you don't get like this like Sharpie thick mark in your brows that way. Shade is good though. I can't complain about the shade, but it's also a very stiff formula. It's not a soft pencil, which I kind of prefer a softer pencil so that it doesn't take as much work to get it into the brows and get it where you want it. Again, I find this not quite as precise as I usually like, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst brow pencil I've ever used by any means. But you can see, like, it goes in, and once it's in, it's quite good. And I like the shade for my brows. I mean, you can see the difference. This is much more defined and filled in, so I do like that. And actually, I'm having an easier time this second time than the first time I did it, which was only a few days ago, actually. And I apologize, this video is gonna end up turning out to be like 1,000 years long. So, I'm sorry. I like the spoolie end of it. It's a good size. And it's nice and soft. It's not a super stabby spoolie. It's not super stiff or prickly or anything. It's a nice soft spoolie, but having said that, it's not too soft where it doesn't do anything. And I like that it's on the opposite end. It's nice and convenient, and it works well. I think we're good. My brows never look completely the same. I just can't, well, and my brows aren't the same either. I have a different shape to them. They just naturally grow differently. I think it was Raw Beauty Crystal that once said they're supposed to be sisters, not twins. And I love that because it's so true. Anybody that can get their brows exactly the same is a god. Because it's just, I don't know. It's not possible for me. And I mean, it's like with anything on your face. Your face is not completely identical and symmetrical, right? So why should the brows be? Sisters, for sure. I ain't got no twins. I think it's time to play with some Jaclyn Hill eyeshadows. Looking at this right away, I think you guys can probably guess what pops out to me the most. And what I'm immediately gravitated to is this corner right here. And these like pinky, rose goldy, champagne-y kind of, but like everything is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but yes, I immediately gravitate here and here. So as much as I want to play here, I think I'm going to do more of this and keep things more simple and neutral because this video is already going to be 1,000 years long. And if I start going into this territory right now, it's like this is a dedicated video all on its own. So we gonna play up in here and some of these like neutrally tones. I'm going to start out with Beam and just get this on my brow bone. Right under the brow there. That's really pretty. It's not super blingy, but it's definitely a fantastic brow bone highlight. I'm not much into a matte brow bone highlight. And then I'm going to try out Enlight, and I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner. Goodness knows there will be some highlight going on in here anyways. Maybe not actually. This is quite lovely as an inner quarter highlight on its own. I like it. Okay, and then let's go in with the next shade. This is Silk Creme. I'm just gonna pop this into my crease. Beautiful light transition shade. And then whatever's on my brush, still I'm just going to drag underneath. Next, I'm going to deepen up the outer corner. Let's go in with this one here, and that is Buns. We gonna go with some Buns, which is just, again, another matte. And I'm still just using the same brush. And I'm just going to fluff and blend this into the outer V. And then what's left on my brush, I'm just gonna drag inward. I like it. As far as life updates go, that's pretty much where I've been at. Dealing with all of that. Nothing else really super exciting or a major. Oh, there's so many like pinky shades that I just wanna just go ham with. Let's try and do like a halo eye with this. I'm gonna do Cranapple here. It looks so pretty. And I'm just gonna go on the outer corner and my inner corner just a bit. So pretty. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm gonna switch to more of a patting motion instead of a brushing, dragging motion. If I used it wet, I would probably get even more pigment to it. But I am satisfied with how this is going, so I'm not going to. And then with the little bit that's left on my brush, I'm going to kind of blend up here in the crease and connect those two. And then back with my original brush and just blend that out. No harsh lines. And these shadows are seeming exactly how Jaclyn and Morphe depicted them. They are lovely pigmentation. They blend super beautiful. Not like a lot of kickback. I'm having zero fallout. And the pigmentation is lovely. Like I said, with these shimmer shades, I'd probably get even more pigmentation if I did them wet. But I don't want to mess around with that, and I don't want to ruin my palette. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it as is. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit again, just go on my lower lash line, or my lower lid, on the outer, just whatever's left over on my brush, on the inner. That is lovely. I'm going to switch brushes though and kind of build up that outer corner a little bit more and kind of blow it out a bit more. And this will help me blend in the crease a little bit more too. Let's switch over to, let's do this like rose gold color. And this is Sissy. Such a cute name. I'm going to switch to like a flat packing brush. I might switch and use my finger, we'll see. Yep. I'm trying to just blend it on the edge of that Cranapple and not get it right in the very, very center. I'm gonna have to put in some more Cranapple, I think. Which, that's how these eye looks go. This is applying beautifully with my finger. It would probably apply the same with a wet brush. But again, I don't wanna wet it. And finger is doing the job. So that is how we're gonna proceed. This shade is gorgeous. I love that. Can we see it? It's super, super pretty. And then going to go back in with Cranapple. And just on the very corners, blend that in some more. Okay, now here's the question. For the very center, I don't know if I should go with Faint, which is like a light pink shimmery, or Obsessed. I don't know, this looks super, super blingy, but this is kind of the same like pinky tones, but this might stand out more. Let's go with the Bling. Let's try Obsessed. Looks fantastic. I'm just gonna go straight with my finger. Woo! Yeah. Right in the center. Oh, so pretty. I love that. And I'm glad I chose that one instead of the pink. I think the pink might have gotten lost in the other pinks. This is kind of a contrast. It pops a little bit more. Yeah, super pretty, love it. I'm gonna pop some of that Obsessed right in the center of my lower, just to kind of mimic and reflect what's going on top. And I'm just going to take my original brush with whatever color is on it from the transition and just kind of smoke and blend. I don't even think I am going to retouch my brow bone and inner corner because it's quite pretty the way it is. I want to use more of you. Another video. Okay, now I don't really have a new eyeliner or anything. This is my Wet n Wild Kohl liner color icon in Simma Brown now. I'm just gonna tightline, and since it's like nothing new or anything and boring, and sometimes tightlining freaks people out when they watch it, so I'm gonna do this off camera. Okay, and I'm back. I have tightlined with the eyeliner, and then I just kind of smudged it in with a flat definer brush. Do some blush. I do have new blush. Well, new-ish. I've been using this for a while. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, and this has fantastic shades. I've used these as eyeshadows too. It's fantastic. Something else hubby got me, it was, actually I have the tin here, the Rach Loves Fall Favorites. It was her collaboration with Topbox, and there was a few hand-picked items of her favorites in it, this being one of them. I'm going to stick with the kind of like pinky rosy mauve smoky colors. I'm actually gonna mix these two, and they're both matte. The top shades are shimmers. Just pop this on. The pigmented, whoops, might have got a bit carried away there. I was gonna say the pigmentation is awesome, as you can see. Oops! That's not the first time that's happened to me. We're gonna fix that situation in just a second. I'm getting the excess off of my brush here, and then I will blend some out. Maybe with a little bit of face powder. Actually, in person, it's not as, it's darker on camera than it looks in person. I'm just gonna blend with some face powder here. Kind of tone that down. My highlight will tone it down too, because that'll kind of take the emphasis off of the blush. That palette is great, and no shortage of pigmentation. And now highlighter. I do have, I don't know if it's gonna work. I've been using another shade of this, and I've been loving it. Sticking with the rose gold. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. I have Pearl, and I've been using Pearl for a while. I love it. This might be a bit dark for a highlight for me though, and I knew that when I got it. Actually, yet another thing that my lovely friend Katie picked up for me. She was picking up some for herself, and she knew I wanted this one and hadn't gotten this one yet, so she got it for me. That girl again, check the description box below for her Instagram so you can follow her and show her some love because she's fantastic. Oh, this is so pretty. I knew the shade when I was looking at it, which was why I hummed and hawed about it. But I thought if it doesn't work, oh, they're so buttery and creamy. Yeah, that's not gonna work as a highlight for me. But it will work as an eyeshadow, which was why I kind of got it. Although blended out, it's not, oh, it's gonna cast. It's gonna do like a funny color cast on me. So this will basically be an eyeshadow for me, which I'm totally fine with that. I think I just got some on my nose. So I want something lighter. And since that rose gold isn't gonna work, let's have another new highlight. I have a problem with highlights. I've got the Master Holographic from Maybelline. I've heard this is very glittery, so we shall see. I'm not necessarily opposed to glitter highlights. I do prefer like just a nice finely milled color, but we'll see about this. If I could get it open. I can't open it. We can't use it. Holy crap. There we go. It seems, there we go. It does seem a little glittery. Oh, it's very soft. Oh. Yeah, it's, oh. Yeah, I wiped that off. It's very iridescent. It's very, oh, that is some glitter. Yeah. I don't know if that's what I want today. I don't hate it, but I don't know if that's what I want today. I don't have any other new highlights. You know what? Let's just go with it. I can always put something over top of it to kind of just make it pop in a certain spot. Let's see what happens. And we can go into this. Are we ready? Yeah, we're just straight up glitter. It's got a very pretty iridescence to it though. It's not, I don't know if you can, oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see it. It's not like the blingy highlighter look that I normally like. It is very glittery. So what I've heard is true. I'm not gonna put this on the center of my face. I will use a different highlight. It should be very pretty on the inner corner. You know what? I'm gonna add it to the inner corner. Just a boop and a boop. Very, very glittery. I don't have the Master Chrome. And this is not holographic, people. Makeup companies, if you watch Tarte at all, she will go on a rant about holographic but not holographic makeup. This is one of those things. It's not holographic. It's more prismatic, duochrome, shimmery, iridescent. That seems to be what people mean, what companies mean when they call these things holographic makeup. But it is very, very glittery, which I don't hate it. Let's be clear. I know a lot of people will. I haven't tried the Master Chrome. I hear amazing, amazing things about the Master Chrome, but I don't have the Master Chrome. I saw this and like it spoke to me. I had to have it. So what I am going to do though, I want bling. So I am gonna go with, this isn't new, I've been playing around with these for a bit. This is my Clionadh Cosmetics Aftershock highlighters. This is bling. And I am going to go with, I'm going to go with Ohm. It's more pearl and iridescent. Doesn't really have a color to it, but it is bling. Now watch. Boop. I'll just take that glitter down a bit. that give me that blinding highlight that I want. I don't recall it having a pink tone to it. Maybe that's the highlighter that's underneath, because I didn't recall it having a pink tone to it when I used it before. No, it's the highlighter, because it's happening on the center of my face too. That's okay. I'm not mad at it, but do we see what's happening here? It is so pretty. I love it. Ha ha ha. Clionadh Cosmetics never fails me. And if you haven't seen my previous video, I did a dedicated video to my new Clionadh Cosmetics, this and some eyeshadows. I did swatches and everything. So make sure to check that out. I will have that in the cards and in the description box below, as usual. So check that out. And you can see why I love Clionadh Cosmetics so much. I've done my highlight, so I'm gonna go through with some brow gel and some setting spray. I don't have new stuff, so I'm gonna do that off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, so a brow gel and setting spray is on and everywhere. I just used the Brow Gal clear brow gel to set them so they stay, and then everywhere with my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray. It works good. I have a couple of new mascaras. I think today I'm going to go with my Tarteist mascara. No, lash paint. I should have known. Everything seems to be something paint, so I should have known. Lash paint from Tarte. I love this packaging. This was, again, also a BoxyCharm item recently. So I am going to curl my lashes, and then we'll get that on my lashes. It's a fantastic mascara. I love it. And this mascara has those rubbery bristles that I like, just like my Essence I Heart Extreme. It's the brush that works the best for me. So this isn't new to me. I've used it a couple of times, but it is one of my newer mascaras that I just recently got, like in the last month or so. Maybe it came in my December BoxyCharm. I can't remember, but I love it. Again, I don't know what it is with my lashes and these rubberized, plasticky, silicone-y brush bristles. I don't know, it just works really, really well on my lashes. I love it. Like, look at that. How can you deny that? Yes, please. Like, I just love it so much. Should I go through with a third coat? I've actually never done 3 coats with this. Like I said, I've only used it a few times. Let's see what happens. It's not getting super clumpy and gross, which is quite impressive, because there's very few, there's very few mascaras that can do 3 coats without getting super gross. This is not clumping or anything. That's impressive. And it's mascaras like this that make it okay to not wear false lashes, for me anyways. So that is mascara, and I think the only thing we have left to do is lips. I've been dying to use it. It's a lip topper. I will show you that in a second after I decide what lipstick to use. I have so many new lipsticks and lippies because I have this lippy countdown from NYX that I won from London Drugs, which 2 videos I think. I did all 24 lip swatches, so make sure to check that out. I think I just kind of want, the eyes are enough on their own. I don't want anything too, actually, you know what? Let's do, I want like a nude, but I want like a pinky nude to pick up, I think, on the like rose gold tones that we've got going on. Or should I do nude? You know what? We're gonna go nude. I thought I was gonna go like more pinky, but I think I like the understated look of this better. And then especially since I'm going to throw a topper over top of that. Wait until you see this topper. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't even swatched it. So, oh, I'm so excited. This is my Tarte Tarteist lip paint. And this is in Birthday Suit. This is my favorite matte lip, liquid lip formula. Like hands down. And I love the slight peppermint scent to it. It's a fantastic nude color, super comfortable, lasts all day. It's not sticky in the least. It doesn't get dry and uncomfortable, doesn't suck the life out of my lips. Absolutely love it. And now for the pièce de résistance from Tarte. This is their Lip Bling top coat. Actually, it's just as well that I used a Tarte lip paint because this is a Tarte lip topper. I love, again, Tarte and their packaging. Like, come off it. And speaking of packaging, do we see? Okay, first of all, yes, check out the lip topper itself, but this lid, So yes, this is the Tarteist lip paint, lip bling top coat. There was 2 shades. This is Tinsel. I can't remember what the other one was. It's mainly like gold micro glitter flecks, but there is a pink, maybe you can, there's a pink shift in it. I don't know if it's pink glitter or a pink duochrome. Swatch it on my hand first. Yeah, it's like a clear, it's very gold, but I'm okay with that. We'll see what it looks like on the actual lips. I'm very excited to try this out. You gotta love a clear gloss blingy top coat. Oh, it's so pretty. It's not too glittery. It's like just the right amount. I'm gonna scooch closer and hopefully you guys can see a bit better. Can you guys see that? It feels fantastic. It's not sticky at all. And like, I'm being very generous with it. I love it. It's fantastic. So pretty. Exactly what I was hoping for. Absolutely love and adore this. And the packaging is just, oh my God, this is limited edition. I do know that. In fact, it might not even be available anymore. I don't know. There we go. I think we are done. That is the completed look, guys. I loved playing with all of my new makeup finally and finally getting into the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I love how this all turned out. Thanks for hanging out with me and catching up on what's been going on with me. And hopefully everything kind of levels out and is okay now. And nothing gets too crazy and nothing goes upside down and sideways and all of that. It's just been an absolute roller coaster this last couple of months and ridden it out. I think we're okay now. Knock on wood. hopefully everything is fine. Thank you again for the support, for the love, for sticking with me, for your patience, and thank you so much for watching this. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it and you like these type of chit chat, get ready with me, life update, just playing with makeup, not really having a plan of where to go with the look. And I think for having no plan, I think it turned out. Look at that highlight. Even though it's like straight glitter underneath, but Clionadh Cosmetics will fix anything. Check them out. That'll do it for this video. Thank you so much. And make sure to, again, like I said, give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe. Give me your comments. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. And if you've tried any of these products, what are your thoughts on the Jaclyn Hill palette? I know there was some mixed reviews and mixed thoughts. I freaking love it. And you can tell that I love it, and I think it's gonna be my go-to palette because it has everything you need. But I still have a pile of new makeup to go through and another eyeshadow palette. So yeah, we'll get to that at some point. Make sure to love yourself, take care of yourself, and I will check you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah. I just used my Brow Gal Clear Brow Gel and my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day spray, blah, 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 blah. I just used my Brow Gal Clear Brow Gel and my Gerard Cosmetics. Oh my God, how awkward can this be? Okay.